Welcome to BRAINELM Lab's channel. Here, our goal is to make you better aware of personal finance and other money and finance-related topics.
So, let me ask you something. If you put some money away right now, do you actually know how long it would take for that money to double? It's a really important question, for anyone who's trying to build a financial future. But honestly, it's one most of us can't answer off the top of our head.
But what if I told you there's a super simple, kind of secret mental math trick that gives you a pretty darn accurate answer in just a few seconds? It's a little tool that financially savvy people have been using forever to map out their future. And today, we're going to pull back the curtain on it.
But first, before we get to the solution, we really need to understand the problem. There are these two invisible forces that are right now working against your savings.
Okay, so on one hand, you have the painfully slow growth of money that's just sitting in a regular old savings account. But the real silent killer is inflation. The best way to think about it is like a bucket with a slow leak. No matter how much you pour in, you're always losing a little bit of value, day after day, year after year.
So, how do we patch that leaky bucket? How do we get our money to actually work for us instead of just sitting there? Well, the answer is surprisingly simple, and it's called the Rule of 72.
So what is it? The Rule of 72 is basically a quick and easy mental shortcut. It lets you estimate how many years it's going to take for an investment to double in value. It's an amazing tool for just quickly comparing different options without needing a fancy calculator.
And here's the formula itself. It's just this. You take the number 72 and you divide it by whatever the annual interest rate is. That's it. The number you get is a really good estimate of the years it'll take to double your money. Now, it's an approximation, right? It works best with fixed interest rates, but man, is it a powerful piece of information to have.
The real magic behind why this little trick works is a concept you've probably heard of: compound interest. It's this incredible idea that your interest starts earning its own interest, and that creates this amazing snowball effect that can just dramatically speed up your wealth growth over time. It's what Einstein was talking about when he supposedly called it the eighth wonder of the world.
All right, so theory is one thing, but let's actually put this rule to work. Let's look at a real-world scenario to see the kind of staggering difference it can reveal.
Okay, so let's imagine you've got some money you want to grow. You have two common choices. Choice number one, a standard savings account, which these days might get you what? Maybe 0.01% interest if you're lucky. Choice number two, a stock market index fund, which, historically has returned around 8% a year on average.
Now let's use the rule of 72 on that savings account. So we take 72 and we divide it by 0.01. The answer is 7,200 years. Yeah, you heard that right. It would take more than 7 millennia for your money to double.
Now what about that index fund? Let's do the math. We take 72 and divide it by that 8% return. The answer? 9 years. Just 9. I mean, think about that for a second. The choice of where you put your money can mean the difference between doubling it in 9 years or 72 centuries. This really shines a light on the hidden cost of not investing, doesn't it?
I like to think of your wealth like a tree. Every single time your money doubles, it's like your tree is going a new, strong ring. And the more rings you have, the bigger and more solid your financial tree becomes over your lifetime.
Let's watch this tree grow. Imagine you invest $10,000 when you're 25, and you get that 8% return. Okay, so using our rule, it's going to double every 9 years. By the time you're 34, it's $20,000. By 43, it's $40,000. At 52, it's grown to $80,000. And by the time you're 61, that initial 10 grand has become $160,000. Each of those 9-year periods just adds another powerful ring of growth. So, you can see how this simple rule can really open your eyes to the power of compounding and help you make much smarter choices. So, let's boil this all down to the one key takeaway from today. Here it is. Just start using the Rule of 72 as your own personal, quick mental tool. The next time you look at any investment, any savings account, just do that simple division in your head. It will help you instantly compare your options, and more importantly, it helps you actually see what your financial future could look like. It takes an abstract number, like an interest rate, and turns it into something you can really understand: time.
Thank you so much for watching. Now that you have this simple but powerful tool in your financial toolkit, how are you going to use it to start growing your own forest of wealth?